welcome to today's webinar. My name is Michael Weiß. As a Senior Account Manager, I am your first contact for all topics relating to functional safety, embedded security, and development and test projects. Here's a look at our headquarters in Karlsruhe. The core expertise of Hitex are functional safety, embedded security, sales of development and software quality tools, development and consultancy services, and services around the topic test, verification, and product quality. And that's the focus today, the quality of your product. Why testing? In most functional safety standards like ISO 26262, IEC 61508, and others, several checks, tests, and validations are mandatory. Tests and verifications have to be well defined and specified. Developers must not test their own software modules. Review processes must be introduced and carried out. Test results and possible change requests must be clearly documented. Traceability must always be guaranteed. Why outsourcing of test and product quality services? As you know, your management expects project has to be finished in time and budget and quality. But the real life is know-how or suitable qualification are not available. Testing and quality assurance resources are not available in sufficient numbers. Too many projects running in parallel or other projects are not finished in time. What's the risk of late or insufficient testing? Project will run out of budget, high risk in product introduction, product recall causes high cost and loss of your reputation. And that's where we take responsibility for your project. And that's exactly where we start working with you to reduce the costs of bugs. From the numerous test projects in the area of functional safety, Hitex has an excellent know-how in handling such projects. Many customers from different industries trust in Hitex and our services. Here you see a brief overview over different projects we did in the past and the industries we are supporting. Regardless of whether your develop is based on an agile process or the V-model model, Hitex has the right services for you. We adapt to your development process. During hardware and software development, static source code analysis, software and hardware review, circuit simulation, after the software development, unit tests, software integration, functional tests, dynamic tests, fault simulations. Here's an overview of various test techniques from the static mode methods, e.g. source code analysis, up to the dynamic methods with, for example, dynamic analog test vectors. Unfortunately, in practice, we see it again and again that testing is too late and or at the very end of the project. Tests are mandatory in the functional safety standards and should be carried out promptly and accompanying the project. Hitex helps you to achieve the quality goals. Hitex offers you a wide range of test and verification services. Let's go into a little more detail below. Static source code analysis. Static source code analysis will check, for example, company coding guidelines and also complexities. Common rules are MISRA 2012, CERT-C, and much more. We are using the tool Eclair for static code analysis. Our service, code analysis with tool review of code analysis results, and recommendation for code improvements. Your value, fast and reliable code check, no need to invest in the tools, part of a total service source code review. Code review. Meaningful programming, the agreement with requirements and the detailed design specifications, DDS, can however only checked by a review done by an expert. So that could not be done by a tool. And our tool for code review is the experience of our Hitex experts. Our service, the review can be done by an independent person like the 4 Eyes principle, but it can also be done by means of a walkthrough, which is then a session with different experts and the developer of your site, where then the experts line by line go through the code with your developer and sense the benefit of the coding. The value, we bring the 4 Eyes principle as a service. Your engineers can focus on development and let Hitex handle the tedious review work, higher code and product quality through external verification. Hardware review. Why? So we do a BOM check, the bill of materials, component selection, availability, suitability, schematic review, comparison of schematic to the safety requirements, functional path analysis, correct wiring in schematic, component load analysis, is the component suitable for the blend application. Our tools, first the experience of our Hitex hardware developers, and we are using Altium Designer. Our service is a complete hardware review according to your needs and regulations. Your value, the 4 Eyes principle as a service for better product quality. Your engineers can focus on development and let Hitex handle the tedious review work. As another part of hardware review, we can offer circuit simulation. Complex high-speed designs have special challenges for the circuitry of the components and the layout. We are using ANSYS and COMSOL as tools for circuit simulation. Our service, simulation of the signal integrity. It is simulated whether a signal routing meets the requirements of the component specification. Simulation of power distribution. It is simulated how well the individual power supplies can hold their voltages during load changes or over the frequency range. Your value, check of your hardware design in a simulation without having to buy expensive tools. And it's more and more needed for high complex designs in a more and more complex microcontroller world. Unit testing is mandatory in most functional safety standards. For unit testing, we will find a lot of videos on our space in our website or at YouTube. We are using TESI as the tool for unit testing. Our service is unit tests in module tests based on your source code and your environment, tests in PC simulation only or on your hardware target. Fast and reliable unit tests without building up your own test resources. That's a service we offer for a lot of customers till a long range of years, and it's one of our standard test services. On the other hand, after development, the hardware integrating the software, you need a development accompanying or after completion of the service. The systems must be tested for compliance with the requirements, not only on a functional basis like with unit tests. This does not only concern functional tests, it can also mean stress tests. Our tool is MiniHill. MiniHill is on the desktop Hill system and our long-term project know-how. Our services, testing and stimulation of peripherals like digital input and output, ADC, DAC, COM, and much more. Testing the whole system in terms of functionality, setting up of test scenarios according to your specifications, set up, perform, and record tests for certification process. Your value? Mini-Hill is significantly cheaper than a common Hill system. It's a fast and reliable system, test without building up own test resources. Transfer of test and deliver to the test departments at the end of the line. So you can use Mini-Hill during development, in the quality assurance department, and the end of line if you start your production. That was a quick overview over our test and verification services. But what will you get? Hitex has experienced staff for all services who know the challenges in the functional safety projects. We have one face to the customers. You have one contact person for the whole project. You will not discuss with the tester. What will you receive? All test specification, all test protocols, all work packages developed for you in the project, configuration files, test databases, test scripts. It's ready for your own regression tests. You get all the artifacts you get to run your own regression tests. And ready for certification. You get all the documents and protocols you need for the certification of your product. Summary. Hitex has many years of experience in functional safety project and test executions for the customers. With our services, we cover a wide range in complete hardware and software development. We have certified processes which we provide for you and your product quality. Any questions? This was a very short introduction to our test services. Arrange a personal call with me or meeting with our experts. Start a first pilot project with us to convince yourself of the quality of our services. Thank you very much.